What's going on? Dogg Anti-Imperial to Chill here. I'm a recording artist. It's my recording name, Dogg Anti-Imperial to Chill. Dogg is kind of like a thug. He's a little gangster and things like that. He's a clown, sexually explicit, but loves to have fun. Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. Lyles Leonard, what's going on, my brother? I see you. Anti-Imperial is in the center. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education. Beat pictures, I see you. Upliftment, education, political science, international political science, economics, micro and macro, philosophy, sociology, psychology, and all those type of things, social issues and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. And the Chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. This is Diversity Outspoken. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. We do this every Wednesday and every Sunday, you guys, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. You guys can get in touch with me. What's going on? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Sin Rum, I see you. I see you, Mexico. Boss lady, what's going on? Beautiful, I see you. It's all good. You guys can get in touch with me on YouTube. You guys, you see right here on the shirt. Ta-da! On YouTube, you guys get in touch with me at Anti-Imperial. There's a space right there, Anti-Imperial on YouTube. On Instagram, you guys, it's the same spelling on Instagram and TikTok. The only difference is there's an underscore between the anti and imperial. You guys know that little line that goes down there called an underscore at the bottom. So anti_imperial on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, it's Anti-Imperial with a space in between. You guys, if you have me on Instagram, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube, what's going on, really, Robin? I see you. It's all good. The easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube, if you have me on Instagram, you guys, is to go to my Instagram bio page, my IG bio page. Adam Mowers in the building. What's going on, Adam Mowers? My IG bio page. And there, when you go to my IG bio page, you guys know we all have on our Instagram bio pages that one line that we use for a link. And that one line for a link will always be my latest video. So if you have me on Instagram, you go to my IG bio page, my Instagram bio page, you click that link, the video will come up, and when that video comes up, it will be a YouTube video, and then you can hit the subscribe button right there. You'll be subscribed to the YouTube channel, and I'd appreciate that. That being said, you guys, I have one rule here while we're here, and one rule only, and that is that we always remain respectful of one another, and we remain respectful of the entire environment of Diversity Outspoken. Whether you agree or disagree, doesn't matter. All voices are respected here, but just be respectful of the entire environment and be respectful of one another. And that is it, you guys. Let's get right into it. So what I wanted to talk about today, you guys, was fear. Are you scared? Are you scared? That's what I named it. Are you scared? Part 1. Are you scared? Part 1. Are you scared? So, are you scared, you guys? Are you scared? You guys know that we get, so when we talk about fear, we're talking about conquering our fears and things like that. What's going on, Boss Lady? I appreciate it. It's all good. Boss Lady sent me some donuts. Well, Boss Lady, this is like my writing is, I write it big, right? So my real writing is, it's a little bit more, it kind of looks like, people say it looks like old English, I guess, because it's kind of like, has like a lot of like sways and curves into it, my real writing or whatever. But this is like my writing that I use for Diversity Outspoken, because I have to make it like really spaced out and things like that, because as you guys notice, like I'm talking and I'm glancing really quickly. So I have to be able to read what it says really quickly without being like, okay, you guys, and okay, so if I wrote it much smaller, I'd be able to, I wouldn't be able to, if I wrote it my real way, I wouldn't be able to read it so quickly with a glance. So this way I'm able to kind of talk to you guys, glance over, see what it says, and still continue to talk and not stop the flow of the conversation. So that's kind of how that goes or whatever. But if you want to see my real writing, let me grab a pen real quick. I'll show you how I really write. Okay, grab my pen. This is how I really write. I'll write, what do we want to write? Thank you. I'll write thank you. So it's a lot of curves that kind of go into it, I guess. All right, thank you, Boss Lady. Like I curve my ends. So that's my real writing. So I wrote, "Thank you, boss lady." So that's how I really write. So, but if I wrote like this for Diversity Outspoken, I wouldn't be able to read it fast enough because it's hard to make the spaces in between because my lines come down into the next line, if you notice. So that's my real writing. So, but instead of writing it in my real writing, I do it like this. So I can easily reach over and read it quickly, and I have lines in between that spaces it out easily for me to glance over and continue to talk to you. So this is my real writing, but this is the Diversity Outspoken writing that I'm going to use. So that's how it goes. But it's all good. Putting the pen away. All right, you guys. It's all good. Well, thank you, boss lady. You're more gorgeous than I am. But I appreciate the compliment. It's all good. Osadio Carmen, I see you. She said, keep that framing. Thank you, boss lady. Keep that framing. I got you, boss lady. I'm not going to throw it away. Now, to the notes. All right, you guys. So, you guys know that we get scared of things and we fear things in life. You see how that works? You see how I was able to look over and continue to talk? Because, see, the first thing I have is, when we are scared of something, fear, right? But I'm able to look over and kind of quickly read that and kind of continue to talk to you guys, so I don't have to stop in mid-sentence or whatever. Even though it happens sometimes, happens once in a while, but still, that's how it goes. All right, you guys. So you guys know that we get scared and we fear things, and our body gets affected by that fear. So when you're scared of something or you fear something, your body has a physical reaction to that fear. Okay. Look at that body, you know what I'm saying, affected physically. All right. Here we go. Diversity Outspoken. I'm done playing around. Here we go. So, you guys know your body has a physical effect to that fear. So, it's a psychological thing also, but it's also a physical thing because anything that happens in your brain will also affect you and affect your body. You know what I mean? So, whatever it is. So when you have fear that locks into your brain, it can affect you. It can make you feel sick. It can make you paranoid. It can make you start to fear things that aren't even in existence. Like you can actually start to get scared of things that haven't even happened to you yet. Like you might be like, man, you know what? Like, man, I don't know. I don't want to do that because it's going to lead to this. I don't want to do that because it's going to lead to this happening, this one thing happening. But since you've never done it, you really don't know that that's what's going to end up happening to you. But your brain will make you feel so scared of that, like it's definitely going to happen to you. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like doing like Evel Knievel type of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about doing things like, jumping over, 15 cars with a motorcycle, because of course that's going to make you scared, because logic will tell you if you're not an expert at jumping motorcycles, that may not be the thing to do. But the type of fear I'm talking about is fear that you face in your everyday life, fear of doing things that will help you achieve your goals, fear of, going after that job that you might want to go after, and things like that. Those are the type of fears I'm talking about. Fears that will stop you from achieving where you want to be in life. What's going on? Who's that? Yamaboshi05. I see you. It's all good. Boss lady says, what do you fear? Well, when it comes to like goals and things like that, I have no fear. It's all good. Lobster, like you is funny, man. I'm crazy. Lobster, I tell y'all I'm a dork and a nerd and I'm crazy. Y'all already know I'm crazy. So, But for me, I don't fear anything when it comes to like goals and things like that. I mean, I'm scared of frogs. I fear frogs, boss lady. I don't know what it is about frogs. I guess because when they jump, it's so random. Not like, I won't like run. Like if there's a frog in the grass over there jumping around, I'm not gonna like run in the opposite direction. It's not like that. But I am scared of like, I don't know, especially like the big ones, like the big like toads, like the big huge toads. that like if you come home sometimes and you're like sitting in the middle of like your driveway or sitting in the middle of your walkway, like so like right in front of your front door when you come home, these big huge toads, and like they can barely hop. Oh my God, they're so disgusting to me. It gives me the chills, people. It gives me the chills. So I fear things like that. I don't know. I mean, but frogs are pretty much the only like animal I fear. Like I love everything. I love snakes. I love tigers. I love everything else. But frogs, and even like the little tree frogs, because the little tree frogs, they're like they just like jump randomly. Like you could be like in front of their face, and they'll decide to just jump, and they can land anywhere. Here. Like it's like they don't know what they're doing. It's like it's crazy, but it's all good. But definitely frogs is what I fear. Besides that, I don't fear too much else. I don't drive fast. I'm not a fast driver. I'm more of a cruiser, a speed limit driver. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like speeding. I don't like that or whatever. So, Boss Lady says, I fear being burnt. I love fire, but being burnt, I fear being in love, since that's what we're talking about. It's all good. It's all good, Boss Lady. It's all good. For sure. I mean, yeah, I don't fear fire. I guess everybody kind of fears being burnt. But I don't know. I don't fear fire either like that. And being in love I think being in love is a fear that we all have to go through or whatever. So it's all good. Like you could be scared of things like public speaking, right? You could be scared of public speaking, and you might be in your mind being scared of, speaking in public or things like that, because in your mind you might picture, you know what? If I talk in public, man, I'm going to get booed. I'm going to have a problem getting my words out, and people are going to hate me. They're going to laugh at me. They're going to make fun of me. And even if you can't get all your words out, and you can't formulate your thoughts that quickly, people might not boo you and throw tomatoes at you and things like that, you guys. You know what I'm saying? So you might be like, man, I'll never be a public speaker because I'm not going to get my words out quick enough. I'm not going to get my words out in time, and they're going to hate me and boo me. And even if you may not get your words out quick enough, and you may not get your words out in time, they still might be supportive of you and be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're doing good. Just take your time. Suck it. That might be the reaction of the crowd. So, and that right there might be like, you know what? I did okay. And you know what? I can be a public speaker. But if you never take the chance of doing it, you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we'll put fear, and we'll be scared and have fear, put something in our mind that makes us so scared and makes us envision things that may not even happen in reality, you guys. So just be careful of that. Boss Lady says, I fear other people driving. I have to be in control when driving. Yes, definitely. I kind of fear that also, Boss Lady. I fear other people driving, and I have to be in control. You know what? Something weird, though, happens to me for some reason. Like, if I'm not driving, like if I have to be into a car, if I'm not driving somewhere, for some reason I get car sick a lot of times. And I don't know, like, I get car sick anyway if it's like long kind of like trips. But if I'm driving, I guess me driving makes me have to focus on paying attention to the road, and then I don't have to think about the trip. But man, if it's a trip over like 30, 40 minutes, I start to get car sick. I start to feel nauseous and get car sick if I'm not driving or whatever. So I don't know what's up with that. If it's a shorter car trip, 15, 20 minutes, then if I'm the passenger, it doesn't matter. But if you get into like 30, 40 minutes, if I'm not driving, I start to get nauseous and start to feel car sick. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's weird. But it's all good. Like I said, I think what it is that it allows me to pay attention to the road, and then therefore I'm not paying attention to all the time I'm spending in the car driving. I think that's what it might be. Boss Lady says, let's take a moment to say that you're looking amazing, slimming down. It's all good. Well, thank you, Boss Lady. Well, Boss Lady, I told you so. Like when you guys see me, see some of my videos, my music videos and things like that, or my other videos and stuff like that. Those videos may not be the videos that are like the up-to-date videos. I might have filmed those videos 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the scheduling of the song release, depends on when those videos come out. So like, for example, We Are Alone Now was filmed more recently. If you guys have seen the black and white and color version of We Are Alone Now, that was filmed more recently. So that's more of how I look now, you know, which is more of a smaller version than, let's say, for example, I recently put out the song transition for We Are Alone Now to the next song. I put out these things called song transitions, where I transition from one song to the other. And I put out, it's the song transition, I believe it's episode 11, where I'm going from, I'm talking about the transition from We Are Alone Now to the next single, which is Fly on My Airplane, The Pleasure Is Mine. And in there, you'll see that I have like a little gut. But that was filmed so long ago, I don't even look like that anymore. So I'm definitely much thinner than some of the videos you see may look. So it's weird, yeah. So this is how I look. But thank you, Boss Lady. I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliment. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Boss Lady says, and she says, good work. Thank you, Boss Lady. Boss Lady says, I have to play a game or read when someone is driving. I can't sleep either. It's crazy the feeling I get. Yeah, it's hard to put somebody else in control of like the driving when you're in the car. You have to really trust them, because otherwise you're like you have your eye open like, man, I hope this person drives good. But if you know somebody, you know that they drive really good, and I guess that kind of eases your mind in that way. You know, somebody reached out to me. One of the ways I started to get into this whole thing about the fear and the scaredness, or being scared and the fear, is because somebody reached out to me a while ago, and she was saying that, so she works at the airport. She works at an airport, and she doesn't really like the job, and she was saying that she wants to change, like, you know, her career. So she went and she filled out the application to be a police officer, and so she's going through that process. And that process is kind of tedious, you know what I'm saying? You have to, you have to go through the lie detector. You have to get a lot of things done or whatever. And then she says what she wants to be is she wants to be a coder, like a medical coder for hospitals or whatever. She said because she feels like hospital coding is a good career to go into, because, you know, people will always have to deal with medical issues, and hospitals and medical issues will always need coders to do the coding or whatever. What's going on, Ashley Elizabeth? I see you, sister. And so she was saying that she works at the airport. She wants to leave, but she doesn't know if she should leave to do the police job or she should go back to school and for the coding job. She says because the coding job is going to pay her a lot more money in the long run, but first she has to go to school and get her certification for it. So she was DMing me. We were going back and forth, and I was asking her. I was saying, "Well, look," and she was saying she's scared to leave the airplane job, the airport job, even though she doesn't want to do it anymore. She doesn't like it anymore, but she's scared to leave there. And so I was saying, "Well, look, what is it that you want? What is it that you want?" Boss Lady says, fear, face evolution, and rise. Right? That's definitely my definition of fear. Right? You face it and then you rise above it. Definitely, for sure, Boss Lady. I'm with you on that one, sister. It's all good. Boss Lady says, tell her to follow her heart. That's kind of what I told her. But I also wanted to give her a logical explanation. So I'm gonna tell you in a second what I told her, Boss Lady. Lyles Leonard, my brother, says, I fear falling. That's the most scariest thing to endure. Wow, Lyles Leonard. So Lyles Leonard, so I'm supposing that you don't do a lot of those high carnival rides, and when you go to the fair, those high rides where you feel that falling. When you fall, your stomach stays up there, right? When you go to the fair, the carnival, or like, Universal Studios Islands of Adventure or something like that. They have those roller coasters and stuff or those rides that just drop out of nowhere, and your stomach stays up there. I'm supposing, Lyles Leonard, those are not your most popular places to be, right? It's all good. Oh, failing. Yes, not falling. He does say failing. Yes. Yes, I see that. Thank you, boss lady. I see that. It's all good. I'm trying to read things really, really quickly. But on failing, oh yes, for sure. Yeah, failure is something that I think falls right in line with what I'm going to be what I'm talking about today with this whole thing about fear, because that's the reason why I brought this up, because of the fear of failing. For sure. This is all part of it. So definitely, Lyles Leonard, you're in the right place, my brother, because I'm going to go over steps about that. That's definitely for sure. But yeah, the fear of failing, I think, is something that all of us have to work ourselves through on a consistent basis. I think we all have on a constant and consistent basis the fear of failing. So we all definitely have to work through that throughout our entire life. We just got to go at it, right? So it's all good. And Cortland Ryan in the building. I see you, the beautiful Cortland Ryan, for sure. Robert DeFore, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all good. Robert DeFore, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all good, for sure. Boss lady, I appreciate it. Boss lady, teamwork is the dream work. Thank you, boss lady. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Like I said, I'm trying to read this, trying to read that, trying to get my thoughts all aligned in my head, trying to align everything. So at the same time, so I'm trying to do like 2-3 things simultaneously at the same time. So because whenever I talk to you guys and I read the comments, I'm still looking over at the notes so that as soon as I'm finished talking, I can pick right up where I left off, and I'm still trying to formulate all the thoughts in my mind of where I want the conversation to go while I'm reading your quotes right here. So while I'm reading your comments, so I'm trying to do like 2-3 things at one time. That's how I do it here. It's all good. It's all good. Beautiful Cortland Ryan. What's going on? Who's that? Luis Antonio. What's up, Luis Antonio? Ramirez. It's all good. Good to see you. For sure. Who is that? Zamari. What's going on? The one and only. It's all good. So what I told her, you guys, was when she didn't know if she wanted to leave the airport job, and she didn't want to go into coding, but she has to go get her certification first. She has to go to school first, get her certification, and she also went through the whole thing with the police thing. So she has a police job, which takes a long time. She doesn't know if she wants to wait for that, but she says while she goes through the police training, you guys, she'll get paid. Now, she really wants to do the coding, but first she has to go to school before she can get her certification. Then she'll get the coding job. Then she has to apply, then get a coding job. So I asked her, I said, look, is coding like the thing that you really want to do? Is that what you really, really want to do? She said, yes. She said, but I'm a single mother, so therefore I do need to work. But this job that I have at the airport is not bringing me enough money. I said, okay. I said, as soon as you go into the police job, though, that will be your career. And once you get into the police job, you won't have the time to go do the schooling for the coding job anymore. And she said, exactly. And that's my dilemma. But for the police job, when she goes through training, she will already start to be getting paid for the police job. And of course, she needs money because she's a single mother that lives on her own. So I kind of told her, I know what your wills are and what your wants are. So I told you have these two options. Because the first thing is that you need money. That's number one. You can't just leave the airport job, don't do the police job, go to school, but be homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't pay any bills, you can't pay mortgage, you can't pay anything anymore because you don't have any income coming in. So regardless of the goal or your dream, you can still achieve your dream or achieve the goal of becoming the coding individual. This is what I told her. But and Cortland Ryan says, boss lady, that's so cool about the Ryan name for sure. It's all good. Maybe related. Boss lady and Cortland Ryan together. It's all good for sure. It's all good. Boss lady says they have self-paced school online for coding. Yes, indeed. Boss lady. This is the problem, though, boss lady. This is the problem. If she, because her airport job, she does that job like throughout in like weird hours, right? And then when she's not at that job, she's like basically with her daughter in like the daytime, because her daughter's like newly like born or something like that. So she does the airport job at nighttime, and she's with her daughter in the daytime. So that's part of that problem. Also, the police during the day and coding at night. And so yes, but I just gave you the problem with the single mother thing, with the having the young infant daughter. That's the problem. So that's part of the problem. But being that's the case, you guys, what I told her was, okay, so you need the money, and you want to do the coding job. So what she can either do, this is what I told her, I said you have two options, right? So what you can either do is you can either, stick out with the airport job. You may not like it, but is it so bad, right? Is it so bad that you can't work there for 6 months more, right? Or 8 months more? Because she's worked there for like a year or something like that, a little over a year. She's worked there already for a little over a year. She doesn't like her bosses. That's what it is. It's the supervisor she doesn't like, right? She doesn't like her bosses and things like that. And just the work, I guess the work environment, just the morale is not good at the airport job. But I said, well, you've toughed it out this long. If you can continue to tough it out, that right there, that airport job has been paying your bills for over a year. So it can pay your bills. You can do the schooling while you do that job, if you can tough it out. And then if you can tough that out while you do the schooling for, 6, 8 months, however long the program is, at the end of that, you have your dream job waiting for you. If you can tough out this airport job, right? If you can't tough out this airport job, then you still need to make income. So then the only other decision is you got to go to the police job. You have to go to the police job. So it all depends on, if the coding job is really your dream, then you have to tough out the airport job and sacrifice your happiness for 6, 8 months, maybe even a year. You have to sacrifice that happiness for your final dream, to realize your final dream at the end of the track, at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So that's your decision. That's exactly what I told her. So that's what it is, exactly what I told her. Definitely, you guys. Also, there was a guy that reached out to me, and his name, well, I'm not going to say his name, but there's a guy that reached out to me, and he reached out to me because he has a girlfriend that he's been thinking about. She wants to get married. They've been dating. He is 37 or something like that, and she is 24, I believe. And they've been together for like 2.5 years or something like that, or a little over 2.5 years. And let's say 2.5 years. And she's been pressuring him. She's been talking about marriage, or like moving in together, because they don't live together or anything like that. Moving in together or getting married and things like that. What's going on, Tracy? I see you, Tracy Fellows 133, for sure. So she's been like telling him, look, I want to move in, I want to get married, I want to get engaged. Like, what's going on? I feel like we've been in this relationship for like 2.5 years. We're not going anywhere. And so he reached out to me to say that he's scared. His fear is that he's scared of getting married. He said he's been single his entire life. He's 37. And he says, he loves her, he feels. He says, but he loves his life. And he loves being able to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it. And he loves to be able to not have to answer to anybody. I said, look, if that's what you really love, then you're not ready for marriage. Like, that one's really simple. If you really love your freedom and you love not having to answer to anybody, you love being able to go where you want to go, when you want to go, and not have to tell anybody, if that's what you really love, then there's not even a reason to even think about it. You're not ready for marriage. You may be in the future, but you're not ready for marriage. So he reached out to his girlfriend and had his girlfriend contact me. I'm a counselor now. Well, this happens a lot though. I do talk to a lot of couples, but he had his girlfriend reach out to me, and I spoke to her, and she was telling me things like, I realized he wasn't ready for marriage. She was like, when I first met him, he was telling me things of how like all of his ex-girlfriends, after they're out of a relationship with him, they all end up going on and getting married and having children and having families and things like that. And all his ex-girlfriends do that right after they leave him. And I was like, yeah, well, that probably shows that they probably had the same situations with him where they were, got to the point where it was like, okay, like we've been together for years. Like what's about to happen? Like we're adults. I'm ready to settle down, but it seems like you're not ready to settle down. What's going on here? I said his ex-girlfriends probably asked him the same thing, and he probably did them the same way. So definitely. And when I spoke to her, I spoke to him, I spoke to them together, and I spoke to them separately. And when I spoke to them together, she was saying like, yeah, well, you know what? Now that I look back, there's a lot of things that you told me, because we were all speaking together. She told him there's a lot of things that you told me that now, in retrospect, it makes sense that you gave me a lot of hints that you weren't ready to settle down. Because when I spoke to her first, before all three of us spoke together, I spoke to him first, and then she was second by herself. Then I spoke to both of them together after that. And then when I spoke to her second by herself, I was telling her, look, there are probably a lot of signs that he gave you that he wasn't ready, that you just didn't really realize at the moment. And that's what she said when I spoke to her after that. She said, yeah, there's a lot of signs that she missed that she wasn't ready. Okay. So you guys, these are a couple examples I wanted to give on being scared, your fear. These are just a couple examples I wanted to give on how, fear affects us physically. It can make you sick. I wanted to give these couple examples of these two different situations with the young lady with the job situation and the individual with the marriage situation. Just to show you that couple things that people fear, you guys. Next time, this is going to be a three-part thing, or maybe I can get out in 2 parts next time. But the next time we're going to start to get into the ways to conquer those fears, the actual steps to conquer being afraid. We're going to get into that next time, you guys, because I don't like to keep you guys for too long. So we're going to get into that next time, you guys, the ways to conquer the fear. The first one is you have to admit and acknowledge, right? That's number one. You have to admit and acknowledge that fear. And then we're going to go from there. And I'm going to teach you guys the steps to how to start to conquer your fears, okay? Conquer your fears, conquer being scared and things like that. All right? So this was part one. This was part one, you guys. Part one of Are You Scared? Right? Are you scared? Ways to conquer your fear. This is part one. And like I said, we'll have 2 more parts of this coming down the line. All right? So that's what it is, you guys. I see you. Who is that? Who is that? Jeffrey. I see you, Jeffrey. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I see you, Jeffrey. What's going on? I see you, Zeza Maria Jose 57. It's all good. It's all good. We're about to get out of here, but good for you to join us. You guys, I am Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. That's my artist name, you guys. I'm a recording artist, Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. Dogg is kind of like a gangster, a thug. He's kind of like sexually explicit, but he's a clown, likes to have fun and things like that. Anti-Imperial is the center, Dogg. Anti-Imperial to Chill. All right, Anti-Imperial is in the center because Anti-Imperial to Chill. Anti-Imperial is who I truly am. Anti-Imperial is all about education, knowledge, religion, political science, social issues, upliftment, happiness, sociology, psychology, physiology, philosophy, and things like that. That's Anti-Imperial. And the Chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. That is the Chill. You guys, this is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken about those topics, meaning that we are straight to the point about those topics. That being said, I do have one rule here, you guys, one rule and one rule only, and that is that while we're on Diversity Outspoken, we remain respectful of the entire environment of Diversity Outspoken, and we remain respectful of one another. We can agree, disagree, but just remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken and each other. What's going on, Claudia Geronimo 0406? We're about to get out of here, but good to see you. I'm glad you could join us before we're out of here. You guys, I am Dogg Anti-Imperial to Chill. You can reach me at Anti-Imperial on YouTube. You see it right here on the shirt. At Anti-Imperial is a space in between anti-space Imperial. On YouTube and on TikTok, you can reach me, you guys, at Anti_Imperial_ on YouTube and TikTok. That little line that goes down there at the bottom called an underscore on YouTube and TikTok. At Anti_Imperial on YouTube and TikTok. On Instagram and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok, Anti_Imperial. I'm like YouTube. Instagram and TikTok, Anti_Imperial. Y'all know I'm crazy. Instagram and TikTok at Anti_Imperial on YouTube, Anti-Imperial with a space in between. If you have me on Instagram, you guys, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to my Instagram bio page. You guys know we all get an Instagram or an IG bio page. And on that Instagram bio page, we get that one line for a link. And that one line for a link, you guys, will always be my latest video. So if you go to my Instagram bio page, if you have me on Instagram, you can go ahead and click that link. My video will come up. And when that video comes up, it's a YouTube video, you guys. Then you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button on that YouTube video when the video comes up. When you click it on my IG bio page, click that link. And I appreciate that. You guys, every day I do a daily historical post, you guys. A daily historical post. That's a post about history, you guys. Going back, telling you guys what happened on that particular day, going back decades, centuries, thousands of years, doesn't even matter, you guys, sometimes millions of years if I find that information. You guys, those daily historical posts, you guys, I post those on Instagram and on TikTok, but on Instagram it's much better than on TikTok because Instagram gives me the space to be able to be as detailed as possible. But if you do have me on TikTok, I also post those daily historical posts on TikTok. That being said, you guys, I appreciate it. What's going on? Hola, Carmen Geronimo 0406. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Boss Lady says, yes, sir. Over and out, Captain Beefcake. Boss Lady, I love you, sister. Take care, for sure. Dogg Anti-Imperial, you guys. I love you guys out there. Until next time, Diversity Outspoken, you guys. Take care of yourselves. I love you, you guys. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye. Peace, you guys. Take care. Love you guys. Be safe, okay? Bye-bye. Bye.